So you want to get rich. You always see these guys on social media living the best possible type of life that's ever been known to man. And you want the same thing for yourself. You want the private jets, the fancy old dinners, the Dubai parties. And you're right, because after all, you work so hard every single day. I know you do, so you deserve it. Now I'll be completely honest with you in this video. I'm not gonna try and boost your ego, but the truth is, if you clicked on this video instead of another one, it means you're cut above the rest. And the proof is, otherwise you would have clicked off this video by now, and you'd be watching some TikTok videos or some MrBeast content. But no, you see, you are here today because you truly want to get rich. And not only that, because everyone wants the best things in life. Everyone would love to make more money, but you're actually willing to put in the work and do what it takes. And for that, I can only congratulate you, because plenty of people just talk the talk, but they never actually walk the walk. It's pretty easy to want something, but what's difficult is getting up early every single morning, working your butt off, and then going to sleep late, repeating that process for months and for years. Maybe right now you look at your life, you're broke, you feel undervalued and underappreciated. You know that you deserve to live an incredible type of life, a life where you are truly free. You can do whatever you want, spoil the people that you love without restraints. Well, let me tell you one thing. I personally went from being a broke, depressed, anxious teen to building the life of my dreams thanks to starting an online business, the type of life I had always dreamed of as a teen. So if I could do it, why couldn't you? I'm not special by any means. I didn't invent something revolutionary. I didn't code the next Facebook app. In fact, I don't know how to code. There's many things I don't know how to do that other people do far better than me. These people are extremely talented, yet they will never make millions of dollars, so let alone $10,000 a month. And that's exactly why my goal with this video is to share the things that you need to start doing right now after you're done watching this video to be on your way to building true freedom and true abundance. If you do these things, you will get ahead of 99% of people effortlessly. The first thing I'd like to share with you is that you always want to keep learning. Now, since you're watching this video right now, that's great. It means that you're always striving to learn more. The people who think, oh, I just know everything. First, no, they don't. And the moment that you start to think like these people, life will take everything away from you. Even the most knowledgeable person on one specific topic can always do better, can always learn more. Growing up, I wasn't surrounded by multi-millionaires or high achievers, people who worked hard to get out of the mediocrity that society was trying to put us in. But yet, I looked at most people around me and I learned from them anyway. I didn't learn what to do to become successful. I learned what not to do to become successful. And trust me, the things that you don't do, the things that you should avoid, a lot of the time, a lot of people don't realize this, but they matter even more than the things that you actually do to find success. Because sometimes you might be doing the right thing, but at the same time, you're also doing the actions, the things that prevent you from becoming successful. And so you work hard every single day, but then you wonder why you're not getting results. To give you an example, a lot of people want to lose weight. Let's say they've been wanting to lose 50 pounds forever, but now they're seriously starting to commit to going to the gym. They think that the only way to lose those 50 pounds is to go on the treadmill for an hour every single day. Yet when they come back home for dinner, they keep eating fries, fast food, they go out to eat at, let's say, McDonald's, and they wonder why they're not losing any weight. While at the same time, hey, they're doing the right thing. They're exercising an hour every single day, doing some cardio, burning some calories. So more often than not, it's not the things that you do that prevent you from becoming successful, but it's either that you're not doing enough of it, or that you're also doing things which at the same time self-sabotage every progress that you make. So now the question that you may ask is, how do we fix this? The answer can be found in one word: knowledge. If you knew exactly what to do to reach your goals, to make all of your craziest dreams come true, guess what? It's only a matter of time before you actually get what you want. Everything I've been able to achieve in my life, building the physique of my dreams, building a profitable online business, learning English and Spanish all on my own. To be able to do these things, I learned from other people. And because at the time I had seriously no money, I couldn't afford to pay for teachers, to have mentors coaching me one-on-one. I watched every possible YouTube video on fitness, believe me. I watched every video on business. I read countless articles, countless books, and that is how I have the knowledge that I have today. But most importantly, with that knowledge, I was able to apply it, take action, and get results. Knowledge is only power as long as you actually apply what you learn. Otherwise, it's completely pointless. It's like most of the things that you learn in school. You'll never actually use them ever again in your life. So tell me, what's the point? And you never want to assume that you know everything. There's something called the Dunning-Kruger effect. It basically means that when you start to learn about a specific subject, you think that you know a lot because everything that you read about the subject, that you hear about the subject, it's something new. So ironically, you think that you know a lot more than you actually do. But then the more advanced you become, the more you realize you don't actually know anything because things are always changing. You can always go deeper in a subject, analyze it with more depth. Things never really end. Now, the next thing I would like to share with you is that you need to start failing forward fast. I know no one likes to fail. No matter what you've achieved in life, it's always painful. But the simple truth is this, especially as an entrepreneur, you will make countless mistakes before you reach the top. So why not accelerate your journey, make the mistakes sooner, and reach the top sooner? A lot of people, the truth is, they're afraid to show themselves in their dark times. They're afraid to show themselves as a beginner. You can go to my YouTube channel, sort my videos by oldest, and you'll see the way that I speak, it sounds kind of robotic. I mean, I remember at some point people were accusing me of being AI generated because of the way I was speaking. You can't expect to start and to be great. You've got to put in the reps, and over the course of months and years, then you will be great. But that stuff takes time. It won't happen overnight. And people who always try to avoid failure at any cost, they simply don't understand that failing again and again and again, it's part of success. Just like we wouldn't have daylight without nighttime, we can't have failure without success. It's exactly like if everyone were to be rich, then no one would be rich. That would be the new norm, the new neutral. Successful people view failure differently. They always find a way to turn the situation to their advantage, because nothing is ever all good or all bad. You just get to decide what perspective you're gonna have about it. You can use your difficult childhood to rationalize why you're not successful, or why you don't have the life that you want yet, or on the opposite, you can use that pain to fuel you to achieve so much more than anyone else thought you ever could. And there's nothing more satisfying than seeing all the people who doubted you, the naysayers, the haters, watch you achieve big things. And that is why failing forward fast is essential. The worst thing that you can do in business is being like those wannabe entrepreneurs who want to make their products, ideas, or services perfect before they actually release them to market. Because a perfect product that's only in your head is completely worthless. At some point, you need to be bold enough to bring your ideas out in the world. And the market will be the true judge of whether or not it's quality, whether or not it's something worth paying for. But the guy who keeps trying new things, who keeps failing again and again, is gonna go so much faster than the guy who's so afraid to release something imperfect. Now, the best piece of advice I can give you, if you truly want to become wealthy, it's finding the right mentors. If you wanted to become rich, yet you listen to a broke person, no matter how well you apply his advice, you'll always be broke. In that same manner, if you wanted to become strong and muscular, yet you listen to the advice of a skinny guy who's never lifted weights before, no matter how consistent you are, no matter how hard you work, you apply his advice, you'll never become strong and muscular. Because the broke person doesn't have a clue how to get rich, and the skinny guy doesn't know how to build muscle. Because otherwise, both these people would have the results they claim they know how to get. So in that same manner, if you listen to the advice that most of society is giving you, your broke teachers, your parents, your friends, guess what? You will end up in a similar position. Now that's great. Maybe your friend, let's say, is really good at running and you want to become a better runner. You want to run a marathon. Then sure, take his advice. But if you want to become a multi-millionaire and he works a normal job, you can't really take his advice. It won't lead you to where you want to go. And that's typically why I love the internet. Nowadays, within just a few clicks, you can learn from multi-millionaires. Back then, a couple decades ago, it was impossible. If you weren't privileged enough to live in the right communities, to know the right people, it was extremely difficult to access the right knowledge. Nowadays, if anything, we've got too much of it. At the end of the day, it's really true when people say your environment is everything. Right now, you might not have the best of environments, but as much as you can, try to optimize it so that it becomes as easy as possible for you to reach your goals. Because a lot of people preach discipline, but what matters a lot more than discipline, it's making it so that the things that you need to do to reach your goals are simply the easiest things to do right now. That's why if you're always playing video games, partying, drinking a lot of alcohol, all of these things give you so much instant gratification, so much dopamine right now, you won't have the drive to do the hard things that are required to reach your goals. Now, if you would like me to help you, I've recorded a free video in which I analyze every popular online business model. Together we take a look at the pros, at the cons, that way you can figure out which one is the best business model to start for you. I'll leave the link in the description below. Now, the next thing that will seriously make you wealthy, beyond your wildest dreams, it's to always prioritize reputation over money. The truth is, it takes decades to build a stronger brand, a strong reputation, but it only takes a fraction of a second to lose everything you've worked so hard to build. All it takes is making a small mistake, saying the wrong thing at the wrong moment. And once that's done, you can't go back. What's done is done. If you take a look at the most successful, the wealthiest people on the planet, they're always looking long term. And for most everyday people, it's quite the opposite. They are addicted to instant gratification. If I asked you right now, would you rather make $10,000 this month or $10 million per year in 10 years? Which one would you choose? If you chose the last option, it's a good sign. It means you've got the right mindset to actually become successful because you think long term. The people who are short term oriented, they will most likely fall for shiny object syndrome. They will constantly be jumping from one opportunity to the next, and so they never stick to anything. But guess what? To become successful in anything that you do, it doesn't matter if it's business, if it's fitness, relationships, learning a new language, you need to stick to it for months and for years. It's the only way to see results. So remember Remember, always look long term instead of focusing on what you can gain right now. Now, something that will truly make you wealthy, it's actually to become comfortable being an outlier. The simple truth is this: you will never ever join the top 1% if you keep doing what 99% of people are doing. But I'm not gonna lie to you, for a while, it's not gonna feel that great to be the outcast. Growing up, most people didn't really get me. In fact, they laughed at me, they bullied me, they said I was weird, different, and while to some degree it felt painful, because we are genetically programmed to want to be part of the tribe, of the community, I knew I was doing it for the right reasons. I knew in the future, in the years to come, it would turn out to be the best decision I have ever made. This comes back to what we were saying earlier. You need to think long term. Maybe people make fun of you because you meditate, because you work out, you track your macros, or you started your business. Guess what? These people, they will never be extraordinary. They will never even achieve half of what you're going to achieve in your life. So do not listen to these people. You cannot listen to mediocre people if you want to be great. You've got to be willing to go your own way. And for a while, it might feel lonely, but the man on top of the mountain didn't just get there on accident. And what's great nowadays is that with the internet, and especially social media, you won't be feeling as lonely anymore, because you can surround yourself, even if it's just virtually, by people who are like you. Even on this channel, you are surrounded by other people, other guys who work hard for a better life. So take advantage of it. Now with that said, what are you waiting for? It's time to get back to work.